Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. We are going to start with my keto journal. And for breakfast, I am drinking a Premier protein shake. And in my little Snoopy thing here, we've got some positive energy tea. And then I'm eating this little piece of a Atkins peanut butter. I never eat the whole bar at one time, so I broke off a piece, and this is what I'm eating. This is just to help keep my stomach legit, so I can go right over there and do my walk, and as we watch something. So I'm going to try to keep this brief, but I haven't been filling this book out. And as you guys know, 2 weeks ago was day 14, and now I needed to finish this, where week 2 I completed. What was the highlights of this week? And I need to fill all of this stuff up. I need to do my prayer time for my prayer over the week and praying for the next week. And this is where I need to start, which is week 3. And what I want to be my weekly gratitude affirmations. This is all for setting up week 3. And as you can see, day 15 I didn't fill out, day 16, 17, 18. This is where I think we're at right now, which is Monday, day 18th. This is where we are. But as you can see, I didn't do Sunday, I didn't do Saturday, I didn't do Friday, and so I am behind. I'm starting to feel like I don't really need this book anymore because I have a stronger mindset. I have a healthier mindset. I'm making healthier choices, and I'm doing it one meal at a time and one moment at a time. And I have stopped beating myself up, and I have started picking myself up. So that is why I haven't been filling this out. But I'm going to fill it out off camera because Gary and I are sitting here having our moment, our tea time and stuff. So I'm going to fill this out off camera, and then I'll get back to you. But before I start, I want to give a special shout out to all of you who are supporting me on this. You know, make sure you click like. I keep forgetting to ask you guys, click like. If you like the video 1 out of 10, then click like. Hug that like button for me. And also, Jody, thank you. I printed that thing out. I printed out your comment from my email. And I went over everything, and I'm headed in the right direction. And I bought a keto book that I will share with you guys. It's not a cookbook. I didn't want a cookbook. I wanted a book that will help me to understand keto and how it works and the ketosis whole thing and how to keep my body burning fat all day, every day. So, and this book got all 5 stars from Amazon. So I'll share that with you guys. And I have been looking at some videos of other people who are on keto, been doing it a while, they're successful, and I learned a lot. So thank you, Jody. Thumbs up. And I will be back in a minute. All right, guys, I am back. So here is where I finished the completion of week 2. And I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. So it says highlights of this week. Getting weighed in. The good news from the doctor's office. What is this? Setting myself up for success. Future doctor appointments. And the miracle of hope. And this I want to elaborate on. You know, it's not just the feeling. No, I mean, it's not just the fact that I'm on a weight loss journey, or I'm losing weight, or I lost weight, or my blood work is going to improve, or is improving. There is also this right here. And this I'm circling because the miracle of hope, because I was feeling hopeless and helpless. And I constantly kept pleading the blood of Jesus over my situation. And I was even pleading the blood of Jesus over other ladies who were struggling so that God could move in their life. And it's happening. I'm seeing 2 women that I pleaded the blood of Jesus over for this area in their life who are on board and who's doing this thing and are having results, around the same time that I did. And I'm like, Jesus, prayer does move God, and maybe it would have happened even if I didn't have been pleading the blood, but I had been pleading the blood for months, not seeing anything, not feeling anything, not seeing any improvement on their end. And then all of a sudden, things just took a great shift. So I want to highly recommend, whatever the situation is in your life, plead the blood of Jesus over it. And the miracle of hope, I feel hopeful. I have something to look forward to. I have hope that things will get better. I have hope that I'm on the right track. I have hope because I know that Jesus is with me and he's guiding me through this. He's empowering me to do what I need to do. He's causing me to be purpose driven. And when you have a purpose driven mind, you can accomplish anything pretty much, and it's, you're all in, you're in that zone, you're all in, you're giving it your all, and it's not pissing you off. It's not frustrating you. You're enjoying this new challenge that you've accepted. And it's the miracle of hope. Yes, the weight loss is significant. Yes, the blood work is significant. And the healthy, clean lifestyle, knowing that you're doing the right thing, knowing that you're doing what's better for your body. It will never be perfect because food out here is not perfect, but you are doing better for your body. And it's just the miracle of hope that came from Jesus, and that is something that is just really big for me. Not like the chains have been released. I've been delivered. I've been set free. The chains that were binding me for so long are no longer binding me. And it's just like a spiritual thing. That's the best way that I can explain it. And right here it says, what ways have I grown this week? I can only say delivered and set free. Really. I mean, I've grown because I've been reminded that things can't always go my way and things don't always go as they planned. And even though you try your hardest to make sure that you cross every T and dot every I, God will allow or even cause some bumps in the road to wake you and shake you that, you've got to make room for inconveniences and setbacks. You can't live a life that is so structured that there is no room for mistake or flaws or faults or setbacks. Right here it says, what brings me joy? Successful living, hope, Jesus. It says, how can I bring more joy into the next week? Just keep doing what I'm doing and leaning on Jesus even more. And so here I did my prayer. And here is the beginning of week 3. And it says, what is my gratitude going to be for this week? What am I planning to be grateful for? I'm grateful for peace. And that is what I wanted to really say to you guys. When you feel the hope of Jesus, when he gives you that hope and he loosens those chains that are binding you, you have this enormous sense of peace and hope. And the strength that, it says? That you've given me to move forward. That is what I was explaining about being purpose-driven, the strength to move forward. It's remarkable. It is absolutely remarkable. Okay. All right. And it says, affirmation for the week. I am who Christ says I am, and I will not cave. And then it says, things I'm looking forward to, success, more peace, enjoying myself. Reflections, I've come a long way, and I have a long way to go, and it's okay. And I'm going to be okay because of Jesus. All right. So here we have day 15, which was Friday. The hope that I've received from Jesus, and I was not doing that good. We'll just put a middle one. Getting my chores done with ease, positive attitude. These are the things that I can set myself up for success by having a positive attitude, pacing myself, and don't think of food. And then here I was still pretty much, because I was sick. And it says, one thing that made me smile, the thought of Jesus smiling at me. That literally makes me smile. Imagining him smiling at me, maybe patting me on the back or patting me on my head, or, just the thought of Jesus smiling at me literally makes me smile. Okay. And it says, what would have made today greater? Gotten more rest and worked out earlier, because I was so busy. I worked out too late and I didn't have any energy to do a full 45 minutes. And like I said, since I'm starting over, I'm gradually moving up, and I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush to get to maximum workouts. I'm not doing weightlifting right now. I'm not doing any resistance training right now. I am just walking on an incline, and it's hard, but that's what I want. I want it to be hard. And so that means that when my body is ready, I can increase the intensity, or I can go longer. Then when one day will come when I'll be able to I'll start adding in resistance. I have plenty of hand weights. I have plenty of resistance bands. So I've got what I need, to go forward. But right now, I'm not ready to add hand weights. I'm not ready. I also have the elliptical to look forward to alternate between. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, do the tread climber, because that's the hardest. And then maybe on Tuesdays and Thursdays, do the elliptical. So I got a lot to look forward to. I got a lot of options to change up and increase my workout to burn even more calories and fat. The best part of the day was a completed shower. My reflections was, I overdid it, but it's okay, and I make up for it tomorrow. When I say overdid it, I did too much movement. So Saturday was day 16, and it says today's mantra is, it's okay to not be okay. Like, I was having what Jody told me was called the keto flu. Like, my body was detoxing from not having carbs, because I went all in. The first day I started, I went all in. I didn't gradually go down to the degree that my doctor wanted me to. I just went in, So today I'm looking forward to sleeping all day, more prayer time in Walmart. Today's priority, rest, Walmart, prayer, and journaling. And I got the rest. I went to Walmart. I didn't pray as much as I wanted to, and I didn't journal at all because I just was too tired. And I was really feeling sick. How am I feeling? Very sick, weird, detoxing, keto flu. People that I appreciate, everyone who is helping me, and those who I am helping. It says, what am I grateful for tonight? I made good choices for the weekend. Keto flu, so bad, no productivity, stayed in bed, rested. It's okay. Listen to your body. But I made good choices. For the weekend, I told you guys we did eat McDonald's. And I got the quarter pounder, that is not healthy fat, but that's what I call dirty keto. That falls under dirty keto. But during the week, Monday through Saturday, I want to focus on clean keto. And then Sunday, maybe have a dirty keto meal. And then that's it. And then go right back to clean keto. All right. So Sunday, the 17th, it says, I am okay. What do I want to happen? Walmart with ease and prayer. What gives me energy? Positive thinking is a big helper, and a fresh shower. I was still feeling really bad because of, my body detoxing and whatever. One good thing that happened was I went to Walmart and I ate good for a weekend. And what can I let go for a better tomorrow? Frustration from OCD issues. Okay. When do I feel my best? Right after getting up, once I've started my day. It says right here, reflections. I had a rough day with Gary. I was sick, but we got things done. And Elmo says, when you do things together, you get things done. So here is today, Monday, day 18 of my keto lifestyle. I got a smiley face for today. Today, I am grateful for feeling refreshed. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling refreshed, ready to take on the day. 3 things that I want to achieve today: continue clean keto eating, save dirty keto for Sunday. How am I feeling? I'm feeling a little bit anxious because I want to do more. But I'm still going to put a smiley face here. 3 good things that happened today. I don't know because my day's not finished yet. So I left that blank. And here it says, I am proud of myself for trusting Jesus to lead me, giving me the much needed strength. And my thought is, I found a gold mine. And that's what I can't take credit for anything because I do nothing on my own. So I can't say, what am I proud of? What did I do that I'm proud of myself for? Nothing, because I don't take credit for anything. But for the sake of the question, I'm proud of myself for sticking it out with Jesus, for trusting Jesus, even when I felt like he had abandoned me. Because you guys remember, I had said in a previous video that I was worshiping the Lord and I was crying. And I asked Jesus, why had he forsaken me? I was surprised that I said it myself, but I did it twice. And I felt like I had been forsaken in that particular area of my life. And I just literally asked him, why had he forsaken me? And he's like, wait till you go to the doctor and then you'll know whether or not I've forsaken you. It was just stupid. It was just my flesh talking. And sometimes our flesh does do a lot of loud talking, those emotions, especially being a postmenopausal woman, whose hormones are like haywire. So for the sake of answering the question, I would say trusting Jesus to lead me and allowing him to give me much needed strength. And I'm proud of myself for sticking it out and still pleading the blood of Jesus over people's lives and my life in those areas. Even though I wasn't seeing any change in their life, I wasn't seeing any change in my life, but I still kept on pleading the blood. I still kept leaning on Jesus, and it worked out, because it's like Jesus isn't going to just jump when you say jump. He's going to make you wait on him. He's going to make you learn to trust him despite what you don't see. And I mean this literally. I was praying for these 2 other women, and it was like they were not coming, they weren't having any miracle. What I was pleading the blood of Jesus for in their life, I wasn't seeing anything happen for them. And then all of a sudden, bam, everything just started coming together. And I'm like, I will never stop pleading the blood of Jesus over people's lives and over my own life, because there's power in the blood of Jesus. There's power in his name. There's power in his blood. And, so we'll see. And then there's tomorrow. So we got Gappy here with us, and she's just encouraging me to write in my journal. And we're going to finish this protein shake and this tea, and then we're going to get on that treadmill and we're going to get the day started. So I want to thank you all for your love and support. If you like this video, just 1 out of 10, click that like button, give it a big old hug, and I will see you guys, God willing, in the next video.